Have you ever woken up one day and wondered how you would look like as the opposite gender? What? Oh, yeah, me neither. But in this tape, you get to see the opposite gender version of the tunes you know in Dandy's world. I'll pick between all of them 5, which I would like to.
Oh no, you better go back to work. My times.
Gee, shut up, old man. Between all of them, I'll pick 5, which I would like to see as a variant in Dandy's world. So, let's begin. The tunes we'll see now have not only changed genders, but based on their appearance, I'll be proposing what kind of personality they would have, and you'll tell me if you agree with me or have a different perspective on how their personalities would be. Parker the Bubble. Parker is the masculine version of Poppy. Instead of wearing a bow on his head, Parker uses a cap flipped behind, and instead of a dress, he wears a jacket and pants with a ponytail. In my opinion, this version of Poppy has a relaxed nature. He seems confident and bold. It's possible that he's that one cool friend who never takes anything seriously and it's constantly challenging everyone else. And he is the first one I'll add to my list of best tunes with a swap gender. Look at that swaggish cap. Commie the Swiss Roll. Commie is a feminine version of Cosmo, and differences in her style are that instead of wearing pants, she has a skirt with the same color pattern and wears a long-sleeved sweatshirt. Because of her expression and pose, I could think of Commie being more confident than Cosmo, and that, even though she's a little shy, she's capable of stepping up and taking the initiative at cooking and any other situation she faces. Connor the Ghost. Connor is the masculine version of Connie. His hair is long, though it looks shorter than the original. Uses a white t-shirt with no sleeves. Looks like a friendly toon, though mischievous and funny.
But before thanking your support, I'll be preparing a poster with all of you. Each video I'll pick one of your OCs at random to include it. To participate, post a drawing of yours in my YouTube community, or tag me on TikTok or Instagram. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel to never miss any content of Dandy's World.
Tyler the Tissue Box. Tyler is the masculine version of Tisha. On this design, the tissue that comes from his head is used to represent his hair. He has a towel on his arm and uses a shirt, waistcoat and pants. Because of how he is represented, I consider Tyler to be similar to a butler, being passionate about cleaning, relaxed and charismatic. Looney the Balloon. Looney is the feminine version of Louie. She has a white dress with green and purple polka dots. Her eyes are apparently always happy, letting us see the eyelid underneath. We also see her eyelashes. Looney is probably more playful and cheerful than Louie, to the point of making constant pranks to her fellow toons. Bobby the Ornament. Bobby is the masculine version of Bobette. They practically share the exact same design, just that Bobby does not have lashes and his eyes seem to be bigger. Looks friendly and optimistic, just like Bobette. Asteria the Moon. Asteria is the feminine version of Astro. She's a little taller, wears a longer blanket, and it's possible to see her eyelashes and upper eyelid. Seems to have an introverted personality, just like Astro. However, she looks more insecure and shy. Rosalind the Magnifying Glass. Rosalind is the feminine version of Roger. She has a black coat with a purple skirt and eyelashes. She's an intelligent toon, polite and eloquent. Sheldon the Ammonite. Sheldon is the masculine version of Shelly. He wears an overall and gloves. Seems to be a cheerful toon, ready to help anyone he can. Gabby the Fluffy Craft. Gabby is the feminine version of Goop. Her hair is fluffier, she has lashes, her eyes are aligned and are bigger. She's probably a little less distracted than Goop, but just as upbeat and energetic. Becoming my second toon on the list, Gabby, even though she doesn't change much, has a good design and I like her quite a lot. Bella the Music Box. Bella is the feminine version of Brixton. Instead of a bandana and pants, Bella wears a bow and a blue dress. Like all feminine toons, we can see her eyelashes. Her personality could be similar to Buxton's, being a quite shy and quiet toon, prone to become very pessimistic and feel like everything that can go wrong will go wrong. Fiona the Fishbowl. Fiona is the feminine version of Finn. Instead of wearing pants, Fiona has shorts, and we can see her eyelashes. She's probably still doing her classic fish puns, friendly and cheerful. Todd the 8-Ball. Todd is the masculine version of Toodles. Seems a little older, uses a t-shirt with a cap, and his personality seems playful and fun. Looks like a cool guy, could get along with Parker. Spree the Strawberry. Spree is the feminine version of Sprout. We can see her lashes, wears a ponytail with a pink hair tie. Her personality seems calm and kind. Ginger the Gingerbread. Ginger keeps the name of his feminine version. This toon is almost identical to the original, only having a ponytail in his hair and lacking eyelashes. Seems timid and cautious, though he seems nice. Razzling and Dazzling, the theater masks. Razzling and Dazzling are the feminine versions of Razzle and Dazzle. On this version they use a black dress. Their masks are rounder and they have eyelashes. Their personality seems to be the same, Dazzling being extroverted and happy, while Dazzling looking shy and sad. These toons have a few barely noticeable changes, but I really like how they look, becoming the third entry on my list of favorites. Roo the Reindeer. Roo is the feminine version of Rudy. She looks similar, though we can spot some differences. Her ears are a little pricked, her nose is a bit smaller, her tail is a little bigger, and she has eyelashes. One of the versions has antlers and the other doesn't. Besides the drawing, we see a little note. By the way, Rudy is a reindeer and not a deer. Female reindeers have horns, while female deers don't. I consider that her personality will be identical, cheerful, sweet, and passionate for Christmas. Pevy the Rock. Pevy is the feminine version of Pebble. Even though she looks very similar, her tail is significantly bigger. Like Pebble, she seems like a cuddly and playful pet to the rest of the toons. Scraps the Papercraft. Scraps too keeps the name of his original version. Here he seems to be taller and has pants. Doesn't have lashes and his ears are also longer. A friendly toon, intelligent and confident. Pixton the Television. Pixton is the masculine version of B. Has almost the exact same design. Looks like they've forgotten his mic tail. His bow is also bigger and doesn't have eyelashes. Personality-wise, Pixton could be smug and sarcastic, though also puckish. Felix the Butterfly. Felix is the masculine version of Flutter. His design looks similar to Flight. Has a long blanket covering his body. His wings are bigger and the hearts of his antennae are embedded. Also, the fluff beneath his head has more volume. Seems curious and shy, though friendly. Shrimpy the Shrimp. Shrimp is the feminine version of Shrimpo. Her clothes are similar, however, this version instead of wearing a long sleeveless shirt has a dress with a collar pattern. On her face we can appreciate the eyelashes typical of feminine toons and wears makeup, being maybe one of the few things the shrimp doesn't hate. Just like Shrimpo, Shrimpy is probably fussy and short-tempered, possibly being cruel and a total rule breaker. Gigi the Gachapon. Gigi keeps his name on the masculine version. The only differences we can observe in this version is that he doesn't have eyelashes and has the iconic bunny teeth visible at all times. His personality seems a little different than the one we all know, being goofier and nicer. Daisy the Flower. Daisy is the feminine version of Dandy. Has eyeshadows and seems friendly and gentle, but may have a hostile side just like Dandy when she is upset. Teaodore the Teacup. Teaodore is the masculine version of Tegan. He keeps his characteristic elegance wearing a coat and a golden bow with white pants. A tender, gentle and calm toon. I really like this change and I think he could be one of the toons I'd use if it wasn't a game, so I decided to use the fourth toon of my list. Cole the Cole. Cole also keeps the name on his masculine version. On this version we can appreciate huge eyebrows, eyes and tail, a wider nose and a serious stare. Seems severe and easily irritated. Brixton the Lamp. Brixton is the masculine version of Brightening. The only difference I could notice is the lack of eyelashes. Intelligent, hardworking, and helpful. Glenda the Mirror. Glenda is the feminine version of Glisten. She has two variants. The first one has long hair, a skirt, and the ribbon seems to tie up to form a top. She also has arm warmers. On the second version, Glenda has longer bangs, wears a white and pink jacket and pants. This version doesn't have a ribbon or leg warmers. Her attitude could be charismatic, with snobbish airs and fascination for fashion. Additionally, we can see a note from the creator. I thought making gender swap Glisten as a tomboy would be cool, I don't know. Being the last one on my list, unlike the original design of Glisten, I prefer Glenda much more, and she could become one of my favorite tunes in Dandy's world. This one will be in my list of favorite gender swap tunes. Which ones do you consider your favorites? These were the versions made by Blue Beauty. Some of the tunes are yet to have a gender swap version, but let's hope we can make a second part soon.